What in the actual fuck?
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
Raidernation, man. What just happened? Okay. What is going on, Raider Nation? It's your boy Samoa Raider back at it again with another video, and I'm here to recap the Dolphins versus the Raiders game. If you guys have already seen the game, we lost to the Dolphins 26-25, and it all happened in the fourth quarter with 19 seconds on the clock. We dropped the ball and we give the Dolphins their 10th victory of the season. And it's crazy because even when we were up at the end with 19 seconds on the clock, I was still skeptical about winning this game. I know a lot of people are saying, okay, the Raiders are going to be moving on, you know, with this victory. I'm like, bruh, chill. There's 19 seconds on the clock, and we're depending on our defense to play defense for 19 seconds, and we dropped the ball. What the actual fuck, bro? What the I don't even know what to say. I can't even be mad anymore, Raider Nation. Last week, I was really depressed after that loss. But this week, all I could do is just laugh. I was really sitting there in awe, laughing at how bad we played on defense in that last drive. With 19 seconds on the clock, that's all we're asking from you. Now, I know there's a lot of things that could go into that, and I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, it should have never came down to that. The Raiders should have scored a touchdown, or, you know, Daniel Carlson should have made that field goal, or we should have been up a long time ago in this game, you know, but our offense was being shitty out there. Yeah, you got a point, but at the end of the day, our defense had to go out there and play defense, and we haven't given up no big plays this whole game. Well, not really that many big plays, but we just had to hold it down for 19 seconds, and we couldn't even just do that. After this game, the Raiders lose, and the Raiders are officially out of the playoff race. It's not like any of us was really expecting us to go into the playoffs, but there was still a chance to go in if we win this game and win the next game. And the Dolphins, I know they were shivering out there with those last 19 seconds, but why should they be? Our defense is still horrible. But you know what? I'm gonna get into that because I know I'm saying that the defense is horrible, but they played really well throughout the whole game. But let me get into that after I go over all the things that happened in this game. Now, one player that I want to give a huge shout out to is Darren Waller. Darren Waller balled out in this game. He had 5 receptions for 112 yards in this game, which is great. And Darren Waller sets the franchise record for the most receptions by a tight end, beating Todd Christensen with 96. Well, I think he has a bit more because he had a couple more catches. I don't know the score, but he did break the record with the 96th catch of the season. So shout out to Darren Waller. That dude is a baller. I'm so happy to have Darren Waller on our team. But the thing that sucks is even with all those big plays that we had with Darren Waller, we did not execute and score on most of those plays. The Raiders in this game went 0 for 10 on third downs. That is unacceptable. It's 0 and 10. We couldn't convert on third downs at all. And the only third down conversion that we did have in this game was an offsides from the defensive side. We drew the defense offsides. We didn't even do it ourselves. So that's unacceptable. And going over to our defense did a great job today. I'm not even gonna front. They did a good job, but maybe that's because Tua was in the game. Who knows? Because when Ryan Fitzpatrick came into the game, he was moving the ball against our defense. And imagine if he played throughout the whole game, we would have been in big trouble. Real big trouble. But I do give some props to our defense. You know, we had 3 sacks in this game, and we held the Dolphins to a field goal right before we took the lead on the next drive. So, I mean, our defense was playing, you know, pretty solid out there. There's still a liability on this team, but man, we couldn't put the nail in the coffin with this game, you know. Some players I'm going to talk about real quick. Hunter Renfrow did a great job in this game with some returns, some beautiful returns. Derek Carr, he had a solid game today. And if you look at his numbers, he had 336 yards, 1 touchdown. He even ran in one for a touchdown. But those numbers don't really do much because it really felt like this offense wasn't really moving at all. With how good our defense was playing against the Dolphins, especially with Tua in, they were forcing a lot of 3 and outs, and our offense just couldn't drive down the field. We couldn't even convert a touchdown in the end zone. We had to go away with a couple of field goals, which is really stressful to watch, and it really pisses me off because this game should have been we should have scored way more points than we actually did in this game. But at the end of the day, we did almost come away with the victory, but almost is not enough. Honestly, one thing that really pisses me off is I don't understand how this team has struggled in the red zone these last couple of games. We just cannot, score at all just to save our lives in the red zone. In the beginning of the season, we did a great job scoring touchdowns in the red zone. Every time we were in the red zone, I was confident that we were going to score and just keep moving. But in these last couple of games, being in the red zone doesn't automatically mean we're going to score a touchdown. And our play calling has been horrible. John Gruden has got to do a better job. I don't understand. There was a lot of questionable play calling in this game right before the halftime. I don't understand. We're close. We're like at the 30-yard line and we're second down. We have 2 timeouts in this game and we could drive down the field, take some shots at the touchdown. What do we do on second down? We run the ball, and that runs the clock. What the fuck is that? We run the clock, and then we call an immediate timeout right after that, wasting a timeout. And then we have to try to throw the ball, and we can't even do that. And I don't know what John Gruden is trying to do with that. Like, we were lucky early in this game when it was 3rd and 19, and we did a handoff. Like, on 3rd and 19, but Jalen Richard did a great job running 19 yards right there next to the first down. I mean, we should be taking shots at the end zone if we're near the end zone. What the fuck? And later on in the third quarter, we ran a questionable play on 3rd down. We ran a play action play and we tried to throw the ball to Jason Witten, slow ass. And I believe that we were trying to go for Josh Jacobs on that play and we just couldn't convert on it. And then the next play, we get stuffed on 4th down. Why not go for it with Josh Jacobs on 3rd down, on 3rd and 1, and then on 4th down, maybe, just maybe draw a play action play and get the ball down the field. Our defense played good in this game. And it's funny to me because we just can't have both our offense and defense play really good games out there. Like, the only game that we actually did well offensively and defensively was the Denver Broncos game earlier this season. But other than that, it's either our offense is balling out or our defense is doing pretty well and our offense is just slacking. This game really pisses me off, guys. Now, one thing that I forgot to say when I was talking about us in the red zone was Derek Carr throwing the ball away 2 times in the red zone. Right there, he threw the ball away. I understand maybe somebody is not open, but try to do something. Try to get the ball into the end zone or try to run into the end zone. I know he might have a groin injury or whatnot, but he's playing the game, and if he's good to go, try to do something with your legs. I'm not saying that we should have put Marcus Mariota in there, but I mean, I wish that we did. Maybe we could have won this game, but this is not Derek Carr's fault. He put us in a prime position to win this game, but there was a lot of questionable plays that I was just like, what the fuck is going on, man? One player that I know a lot of Raider Nation was keeping an eye on was Lynn Bowden Jr. He didn't really do much in this game. He had 1 catch and he had 1 wildcat play that turned into a first down, which was a good play by him, but he didn't really do much. 2 players on the defensive side that did step up today, especially at the linebacker position, was Raekwon McMillan and Corey Littleton. Now, they had some up and down plays, but I seen them all over the field, and that was great to see. And even Arden Key did a great job, pressuring the quarterback today. He didn't get a sack, but he helped on a couple of those plays. We had 3 sacks in this game, which was great to see. At the end of the day, he really costed us with that face mask on Ryan Fitzpatrick, which we can't take back right now. It was just an unlucky play for us, and if there was a time that I was hoping for a kicker to miss a field goal, it would be that time, but it just didn't happen. Now, one thing that was crazy to me was the Dolphins actually replacing Tua and putting Ryan Fitzpatrick in there. Now, I gotta give a lot of props to those 2 quarterbacks and to the Dolphins, coaching staff making that type of move, but knowing that, Tua is still the quarterback, but if he's not doing good out there, they're not afraid to go and put the veteran in there to go out there and try to win this game. And when he came into the game, I'm not even going to lie, I was really worried about this defense because I know Tua is a rookie and I know he's kind of getting under pressure out there. But, a veteran like Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's not going to be scared out there even if he gets hit. He went out there and knowing how bad our defense was, I was really scared. And he drew up some big plays. He helped that team drive down the field. And that really had me thinking, like, why can't our team do that? We have 2 capable quarterbacks to go out there and, score touchdowns, and they are 2 different type of quarterbacks. Derek Carr is that gunslinger, a guy that's going to stay in a pocket, and he has vision, and he could run as well. But Marcus Mariota is that dual threat quarterback that can make plays with his feet and his arms. So, when Derek Carr wasn't getting anything going, I was really wondering why we couldn't just put in Marcus Mariota for a couple of drives or even for a couple of plays just to shake things up, and have the Dolphins thinking about his running ability and his throwing ability. Man, it just had me wondering. I know Derek Carr is our quarterback, but why not play the Oos and let him get some love out there? Now in the 4th quarter, when it was 16-16, things got hot real quick. I mean, if you went to go take a shit or even a piss break, you were gonna miss a lot of things in like the next 2 minutes. So I gotta give some credit to Derek Carr, because Derek Carr did a good job of extending the play, and he found Nelson Aguilar for a huge 85-yard play, and it really had my neck and my back going crazy, and I was so hyped. And then Daniel Carlson, who is our most reliable kicker, misses the extra point. And at that moment, I was at the edge of my seat, because I knew for a fact at some point it was going to come down to our defense. But the Dolphins answered right back with a huge Myles Gaskins touchdown. Raekwon McMillan, who was balling out so far in this game to that moment, misses a tackle, which ends up being a huge touchdown play. He burnt through our whole defense, and I gotta give credit because they had some good blocks from the Dolphins tight ends, but he burns our whole defense for a huge touchdown, and they go up by 1 point because of the Daniel Carlson missed field goal. And on the next ensuing drive, Nelson Aguilar makes a huge play, not a catch, but to draw a PI on Byron Jones, putting us near the red zone. And I'm like, oh shit, we can actually win this game. And at this point, I knew that we would have to manage the clock, because if you know the Raiders offense, we're good at wasting time and running the ball and running the clock out. And I thought, you know, this shouldn't be hard. We just got to run out the clock, kick the field goal, and we're probably going to leave them with a couple of seconds. And we do just that. We run the clock out and we kick a field goal, leaving 19 seconds on the clock. What can go wrong? It's only 19 seconds. Our defense can hold it down for 19 seconds, right? Unfortunately not, because Damon Arnett leaves his assignment wide open. And not only that, Arden Key draws a face mask, adding 15 more yards to the ensuing play, putting them right there in field goal range. And they eventually kick the field goal, leaving 1 second on the clock, basically game over, and the Raiders lose a whole turn of events in just the last minute. And the Raiders are sitting at 7-8. Just a couple of weeks ago, we were 6-3, and we're 7-8. What the hell? Oh my gosh. It's crazy because this season has just been horrible. And we're going to go into week 16 like we did last year, 7-8 versus the Broncos, a game that doesn't really mean much. And we could win this game or lose it. I don't really care. I kind of hope we lose the game and just get a better spot in the draft. But man, 7-9 or 8-8 just doesn't cut it. It's been a crazy ride this season, and I've enjoyed the ups and I've hated the downs. But at the end of the day, it's still Raider Nation, baby. And you know what? I'm gonna spend the rest of this weekend, this Christmas weekend, with family and just try to enjoy myself and not let this game bring me down, because we all have lives after this, Raider Nation. So yeah. All right, Raider Nation, that is all I have for you guys in this game recap. Let me know your thoughts on this game, because I know this was a crazy ass game. And what are you guys expecting out of next week? Drop it down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please smash that like button. It does a lot for this channel, and I really appreciate you guys liking up that last video and getting it to 1,000 likes. So if we can get at least 1,000 likes on this video, it will really help out this channel a lot. And if you're a Raider fan and you are coming across this channel for the very first time, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button, just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. The off season is just around the corner, and I'm gonna have a lot of content on this channel for you guys, the Raider Nation, so you guys want to be tuned in. With all that being said, until the next video, Raider Nation, I hope you guys have a great weekend. This is your boy Samoa Raider, and your boy is Yow.
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.